Okay, so our guest for today is Kathleen Steffey. She's the CEO and founder at Naviga Recruiting and Executive Search, a company that provides headhunting services for a variety of industries. Of course, today we're going to focus mainly on industrial manufacturing. Kathleen, thank you for joining me today. And you want to introduce yourself a bit more?
Sure. Thanks for having me. I'm excited. You've got a great show. My background is almost 30 years now of talent acquisition and on the agency and corporate talent acquisition side of things across all types of industries and, of course, manufacturing and industrial. I actually started my talent acquisition career in manufacturing in telecom. We were producing the first DSL line ever in the Chicagoland area in the United States. So I started in manufacturing.
Okay, and what are the services that you guys mainly provide?
Yeah, we provide direct hire search, executive search, RPO, and we do this for a variety of different industries and companies. We also do temporary workforce solutions. So.
Okay, that's great. And what do you think are the main things that set you apart from your competitors, the things that give you an edge, in your opinion?
Yeah, well, the biggest one is having a perspective of internal talent acquisition and not just starting the business because I wanted to make some money. I had a passion for internal talent acquisition. I understood what makes internal companies tick when it comes to hiring, and I loved internal hiring managers and such. And so that's huge, talent acquisition. A second one is our process. We have a very robust system in place where we're evaluating 5 times before the candidate goes out the door. So the system can be compared to the Shrek. I don't know if you know what the Shrek is in executive search. Well, the Shrek isn't the Disney cartoon, the green giant guy, but in recruiting, the Shrek are the top 5 executive search firms in the world. So a lot of the times the companies come to us after going and learning about them and their pricing. They come to Naviga and settle at Naviga because we're a boutique size, but still offer a similar approach. So it's a huge differentiator. We can be fun, flexible, but yet we get the job done where they don't have to pay $100,000 for a manager. So.
Yes, of course. And moving the focus a bit on the industrial manufacturing side,
Yeah.
are there any specific characteristics that your client asks you for these executives or managers? And has that been changing for the past couple of years?
It has changed dramatically, I would say, in the last 15 years. One of our biggest clients is a material handling manufacturer. So they manufacture forklifts around the United States. And they specifically chose Naviga to work in their distributors and help them hire the best operations people, branch managers, and sales so they can do a better job simply by selling their forklifts. What I've seen over the years is that the focus on these industries isn't just about product anymore. It's about selling a holistic solution when it comes to servicing the product, monitoring the product, right? And not just saying, here's my product. So the type of salesperson that has, I'd say, migrated into the manufacturing world has changed. Before it used to be appropriate just to hire somebody who could sell any product, it didn't matter. But now they really have to be solution based because of it.
So basically, if I understood correctly, there's also a component of post-sale skills that's critical now.
Yep, post sales, and then not just selling the product, they can cross functionally sell the solution and the monitoring, right? So the technology associated with that product to effectively have a successful and quality product going out to their client. So
I see. And do you feel there's similar requirements for more operations related positions or production related positions?
yeah, because the people inside the manufacturing house, if you will, they need to be able to be working with technology to assess these things and not just do it by an old school Excel spreadsheet report, you know. So they're using technology to their advancement, specifically AI, to uh, be able to see things before they do, right, in the manufacturing line, and that overall solution, and they're monitoring their customers. It's a much bigger deal and skill set when you're leading internally now inside a manufacturing business.
So do you feel that companies now are actually recruiting heavily based on artificial intelligence skills also?
Not necessarily heavily yet, right? I think that they're starting to adapt and be progressive. There were platforms that offered a solution for software and monitoring, but now the AI front, it's not fully adapted yet, but it's happening slowly but surely. So I haven't seen a specialty needed so far in AI, but someone who has been able to um, pick up on tech, right? And that skill set is cross functional over to AI monitoring. So
And yeah, I'm gonna keep going on this topic. And as a software developer, it's right in my house. If your candidates are keeping up with these requirements of being more skilled in AI, or if the demand is outpacing the offer.
this is a huge conversation globally right now, even politically here in the United States. You know, is AI going to take over the software engineer role? That this is a massive discussion, and if you ever have like a panel of many people just discussing it, I would love to be on it. Um, so say the question again. Has it taken over the software engineer's role,
Yeah, basically,
or
it was more like with this increasing demand from your clients, do you feel the candidates you're interviewing are keeping up with this demand, or is still rare to find people that have enough
they're not
skills in
keeping up?
the?
They're not keeping up. Not yet. Not yet. I think this 2025 has been a year that said AI is not going away. This is something that has entered our world that is staying in a very big way. So I think what we're seeing this year is an adaptation to a mindset. So my view is in 2026 and 2027, we'll start to see that come to life in the skill sets of software engineers and the requirements from companies, because companies are still in the process of adapting a mindset and learning about it. So if you'd imagine, how could they immediately go to having that type of requirement, because they're still adjusting. Yeah.
So I guess a good advice for people listening in who are candidates for open positions will be to get as skilled as possible on AI as quickly as possible
It
and have
would.
an edge in recruiting.
Yeah, absolutely. It's not going away. It's here to stay. I believe that. And you can only market yourself better and become more valuable that way.
Okay, so
We'll,
and yeah, sorry,
I'll
continue.
say, we'll see who falls off. There's people who aren't going to adapt and then they'll just die. They'll just die. So,
And what about you guys? Are you using AI for your business, whether for your talent search or even for your internal processes?
yes, both. We're using it all over the place. You know, our adaption was probably last year, 2024, slowly, where I wasn't shoving it down everybody's face, but um, they saw me start to use it. They saw other businesses start to use it. Then they started practicing and using it. And now, once you start to use it as a tool, it's truly irreplaceable in our business. So It's phenomenal, both administratively as a tool, and then it helps with revenue generation activities too.
Yes, and are you willing to share some of the tools or the techniques that you're using, or is that a company secret maybe?
No, I mean, I'll share one of them on the sales side of things. We use a tool called Seamless. I'm proud of the tool enough to say what it is. Seamless AI, and it's amazing. It provides information real time. If you just scroll on anyone's title, like say if you scrolled on my face and title on our webpage, you can pull my information up.
Okay.
Hopefully I won't get a lot of texts or calls after saying that. But so you just pull my information and the data is very accurate. It's competing with Zoom info in a massive way because the data is real time. So, and you could imagine from a recruiter standpoint. So we do that on LinkedIn. We use this on LinkedIn. We use this on any web competitor website that our company wants us to recruit from. We use it on job board, Indeed, so it's extremely valuable.
So basically, that's like enhancement for your manual search, essentially.
It is. It speeds it up and it thinks for us. Absolutely. And in time, I think it's going to save us so much money compared to some of the things that we do. So
Great. And moving on to another topic, I would like to ask you, what are the things that are working the best for you right now in your business?
for which area in the business or just
Just in general, the things that you think are really pushing the business right now for you.
oh my gosh. You don't know this, but you're talking to me at a stage in our business where we're pushing everything. We are in scale mode. We are discovering after 2 decades the biggest value that we have in the marketplace that plays against billion-dollar companies, and we're having fun. We're having fun while we do it. But I will say that even in those things that are happening here, and we're about to launch a new website that tells this story, right? Um, it's all about back to the basics. When it comes to our process that we know wins, it's just like the manufacturing process, right? No matter what AI integration you get to monitor or help the efficiencies, it's going to come back to quality and that manufacturing system that's been put in place to assure quality, right? And so that's kind of where we are today. We're doing a lot of scalable things, and we are in growth mode, but it's back to the basics, and that's what I keep circling back with the team.
That's great. And speaking about being in growth mode and scaling, uh,
Yeah.
have you encountered any issue right now that you wish you could just make disappear with a magic wand? What would be the number one thing you want to get rid of, I guess?
Get rid of. Get rid of? Let's
Yeah,
see.
some issue that you're finding right now that you're scaling your business hard.
This is such a great question. You're gonna have to allow me to wait a moment. I'll just bring it tactically, and it does have to do with if I had to look back, right, in the last 20 years, and I'm talking about 2 decades of realizing who we are in the marketplace, I wish that came earlier, right? I wish that came earlier, but if it did, I don't think that we'd be who we were today. You know, I think every entrepreneur has its ups and downs, and it would be beautiful if it was just, straight up. But, it's been a lot of hard work. So I wish that perhaps we would have come to some of these realizations about scaling earlier. So I got deep on you. You probably weren't expecting.
No, that's fine. That's fine.
Yeah.
Okay, so I guess my next question will be, where do you want to be as a company in the next 2 to 3 years?
I want to be noticed when the world thinks of the Shrek. I want to be noticed. I want to be a conversation of topic that if you don't want to go there, I've got a company for you. I want it to be a narrative that's happening in the marketplace. And that will be a result of continuing, the product that we give to the world, but also how we reiterate through our marketing who we are. So I'm very, very excited about having that come to life.
Awesome. And we're at the end of our episode. So thank you so much, Kathleen. And you want to tell the people where they can find you?
Sure. You can go to navigarecruiting.com. You could go to LinkedIn and look up Kathleen Steffey. You could just Google my name or Google Naviga. You'll find us. So
Okay, thank you very much, Kathleen, and goodbye.
thank you.